What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Nick from The Work Method, and I'm a personal trainer that runs a gym/training studio out of his garage gym. Today, I'm gonna be doing a review of my Rep AB-3000 2.0 FID bench. I've been using this bench personally and with clients all day long for about 2 years now, so I want to give you my in-depth review on its quality, its construction, its versatility, and its overall value based on its cost. By the end of the video, you'll be able to decide if this is the right bench for your home gym or if you should keep shopping. Let's get into it. So first things first is its build quality and overall feel. As soon as you take it out of the box and put it together, which takes about 15-20 minutes, you essentially just have to bolt down the back pads and attach the leg rollers. It is a very solid bench. There's a little give in the bench, a little wobble in the seat because there's so many adjustments, but overall it's a really solid steel frame. They have their new clean grip vinyl on the bench, which is slightly grippy but not too grippy where you feel like your body can't move freely on it, but not slippery enough that you're gonna slide off the bench. It's a moderately firm feel. I wouldn't say it's super soft. It's fairly comfortable. It's never bothered me or any of my clients over the last 2 years of using it. On the bottom here, we have some plastic wheels that you can lift up and move around with. I mean, not the nicest wheels, but they do the job. And we have some nice solid rollers on the end here for your feet to hook under, with a handle grip in the middle. The way that they constructed the bench is with a wide plate at the bottom and a T-frame at the top, which does give it really good stability whether you're in the incline, decline, or flat position with any exercise that you're doing. Overall, I would say build quality and construction are really high level for the price of this bench, which is about mid-tier pricing for benches. You can get cheaper and you can obviously go much more expensive. Now, one of the main features of the AB-3000 FID bench is its versatility and adjustability. The FID stands for flat, incline, decline, so this bench does all three. And it is a ladder style system, so to increase the height of the back, you can pull up on the back and it just drops in to each adjustment. So you can increase it from 0, 15, 30, 45, 60, 70 to 85. Then it does a -12 decline. So with one hand, you can adjust the back up, and then you do need to use two hands to come down and pull it out of the pin and adjust it to wherever you need it. And you let it lay fully down for the decline. Then you have seat adjustments as well. You have 5 different seat adjustments. This is not a ladder style, this is a pop pin. So on the front here, you can see you can pull the pin out and adjust up and it locks in. And you also have adjustments for the foot pads as well. And this one is just a sliding pin that you can adjust in. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 adjustments as well, depending on your leg size, height. You can easily adjust that for any size that you need. It also has a handle here in the middle of the leg roller that allows you to pick the bench up. It's not incredibly heavy when lifted this way, and you can easily move it around. And what I've found is, even though they don't advertise it as a bench that's able to stand up like some of their more premium benches, I stand this thing up all the time using the backrest. So I'd stand it up, let the backrest flop forward, and the bench will stand just like that, no problem. I will say if you come over and push it, there is a chance that it can fall, but for the most part, if you're tucking it in a corner against a wall, you can store it perfectly out of the way, and then you just pop it back down, and then you're ready to go. Some of the advantages of this bench, being the FID bench with the built-in leg roller, is that you don't have to buy a separate leg roller attachment. It's like some of the premium benches that Rogue and Rep have, which is nice. I like that it's actually built in, and it's a little easier to get into on the bottom side of the bench versus having it slot into the top, because the top angle is always going to be a little less sturdy. So if you were to slot in leg rollers here, it's just kind of hard to get up into that angle, where here I can pretty easily get into a decline bench press by just stepping over, leaning back. Bench is pretty sturdy the whole way through. I can come back, lock in, and do my reps, and then sit up with the leg roller. This is also great for weighted sit-ups. I do these all the time. And if I want to make the decline even more extreme than it currently is at a -12, you can always put the large foot plate up on a bumper plate or a box or anything you have available to increase that decline, because it's not the steepest decline. The weight capacity is again 1,000 pounds on this bench. So this bench can really handle any type of weight and really does so pretty solidly. You can see as I'm pressing, there's very little shake, very little movement in the rack. It is a very solid bench. Also, one of the main differences between very premium benches and a little bit lower level budget benches is the gap in between the seat and the back. This is a little over a 2-inch gap, but the upper top part of the bench is long enough that for me personally, I'm about 5'8" and a half. Every ½ inch counts. That's what she said. Is big enough that I can sit on the back part of the bench and have no problem doing a bench without the gap even having any effect on me. So you can see the gap is below my butt. I got space above my head and I can bench press or do whatever I gotta do without the gap having any interference. And if you're really tall, you could always just sit on the seat and have that gap pass right underneath your low back with no issues at all. And then you have plenty of room here if you're extremely tall to not have that gap come into play at all. So let's break down a quick list of the pros and cons after 2 years of use of this bench for me with myself and my clients every single day. I would say the number one pro would be its durability. This bench and the fabric on it, the vinyl, is looking almost brand new to this day, and I am wiping this down with cleaners multiple times per day. I'm using it multiple times per day, almost with every single client that comes through. We do some type of thing on a bench, and there are no rips, there's no tears. I will say the only thing that's kind of happening here is that they use a, I don't know what kind of material it is, but like a little steel pin here that kind of holds the cushion in place. That's getting, well, quite rusted. I'm sure I could replace that with something, but it's mostly an aesthetic issue. As far as the actual vinyl, it's almost in perfect condition, no rips, no tears. It hasn't gotten super loose or sliding around at all. So I would say pro would be the durability of the bench. The next pro would be its functionality. So I have a few different benches here. This is my only FID bench, and this is the bench that I tend to use most of the time because I don't want to be pulling in and out other benches. This kind of does it all. So I have more expensive rep benches that only do incline, and I just love the functionality of having the decline, a lot of sit-ups, a lot of decline presses. So I'd rather just have this bench out, and it's probably half the price of the other bench that I have. The other one is build quality. Solid steel frame, handles plenty of weight with very little wobble or wiggle. Super stable with the way they built it with the T-frame and a large foot base. And then the ability to actually stand it up out of the way, even though it wasn't built to be able to stand up and have that ability, it absolutely does. That comes in handy for me. I have a 20 by 20 gym here, so I'm not working with a huge space. So if I need a little room to move around and do some stuff in open area, I'm not stuck with having this out all the time. And as far as cons go, I would say the weight of the bench and kind of the size is a little bit of an issue. Some of the other benches that I have are a little bit smaller, they're a little easier to maneuver around. If you're a smaller person or if you're a female, you might have a little bit of a harder time moving it around, or if you do have a very small space, this might not be the very best bench for you. And really that's the only con I can think of for this bench. As hard as I am trying, it works well. It's a great home bench option for, I think, almost anyone. I don't really see a scenario where if you bought this bench, you wouldn't be able to do everything that you needed to on it. It is not the prettiest bench out of all the bench. That would maybe be a con, aesthetics, but it comes in 5 or 6 different colors. I went with the matte black because that's just the theme of my gym. That's the list of pros and cons. So overall, I think that this is the best value bench for the money. Like I said, I don't think there is anything that you're really giving up by getting this over some more expensive benches. And I do think, given its price in the mid 300s, I think it's about $329 at the time I'm making this video, it is the best bench in that price range for sure. And I think it is a big upgrade over some of the cheaper benches that you'll find on Amazon in the $100 to $200 range. You have a reputable brand in Rep Fitness. And like I said, I've been using it for 2 years with 5 or 6 clients every single day, 5 days a week, and this bench has held up incredibly well. I've recommended it actually to a bunch of my clients and friends for their home gym. Everyone that buys the bench loves it. And I think if you're serious about your home gym and you're looking to fill this piece of your gym, I don't think you can go wrong with this Rep AB-3000. I will leave a link to it down in the description below. I do get a small kickback if you purchase through the link, but it's at no cost to you. It just helps support the channel. So if you did that, I'd appreciate it. And if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this, home gym reviews on equipment that I use every day with my clients, then please like this video, subscribe, and check out some of my dumbbell training programs for free on the YouTube channel. Thank you guys. I will see you in the next one.